You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome along. I'm really looking forward to our exploration today because we're diving into some pretty wild stuff. Everything from massive AI infrastructure scale to, those critical operational bumps in the road.
Exactly. And our goal here is really to pull out the key insights from, well, quite a range of sources. Groundbreaking AI stuff, incident reports, practical tips for developers.
Get the important bits, basically.
Right, so you get the full picture fast. And it's always interesting, that contrast between cutting-edge tech and the real-world operational lessons, sometimes humbling ones.
Okay, let's unpack it. Starting with the exciting side cloud infrastructure for AI and ML. Big news seems to be Amazon S3 vectors in preview. What's the deal there? First cloud object store with native vector support.
Yeah, that's the headline. Native support for massive vector datasets. And the potential impact, beyond that impressive, up to 90% cost reduction for storing and querying.
Which is huge in itself.
Oh, absolutely huge. But what it really does is it sort of democratizes large-scale AI. Think about retrieval augmented generation RAG applications. This makes building them much more feasible economically, even for smaller teams.
So lowers the barrier to entry for powerful AI apps.
Precisely. And it plugs right into things like Amazon Bedrock knowledge bases, SageMaker Studio, so it makes the development side smoother too.
Okay, that's seriously impressive. Makes you wonder what problems become solvable now. And this feels connected to another huge announcement, Amazon EKS ultra-scale clusters, supporting Kubernetes clusters up to, 100,000 nodes?
100,000 nodes, yeah, which translates to 1.6 million AWS Trainium chips or 800,000 NVIDIA GPUs. Just staggering scale for AI and ML workloads.
How on earth do you even manage that? What changed to make that possible?
Well, it wasn't just about adding more. They made some core architectural improvements. A big one was offloading the etc. consensus mechanism.
Etc. Kubernetes distributed brain, right? Stores all the state.
Exactly. Moving that consensus load off the main control plane basically removes a major bottleneck. It led to order of magnitude performance gains. It unlocks truly ultra-scale AI.
Wow. That's a leap. Pushing boundaries hard. But, pushing boundaries sometimes finds the weak spots too.
It often does.
Speaking of which, let's pivot from these huge successes to a really important lesson learned. The Cloudflare 1.1.1.1 resolver incident back on July 14th, 2025.
Right. The DNS resolver, which tons of people rely on.
Yeah, globally unavailable for 62 minutes. Not great.
Not great at all. And the root cause, it's a classic, a misconfiguration. Introduced weeks earlier, actually, back on June 6th.
Weeks earlier? Ouch.
Yeah, related to a data localization suite service. The mistake effectively made the resolver withdraw its own network prefixes, so traffic just stopped. Dead halt.
It's a stark reminder, isn't it? Even the giants stumble, and often over something seemingly small, introduced way back.
It really highlights that resilience isn't just about having backups. It's the whole change management process, the auditing, catching those hidden gotchas in complex systems. Continuous vigilance.
Definitely a lesson there. And that brings us nicely to, more fundamental practices. Let's zoom in on something developers deal with daily. Code reviews.
Ah, yes. The daily grind.
Our sources flagged two really simple rules to make them better. 1, respond quickly, as fast as possible. Minimizes context switching delays.
Yeah, it keeps the momentum going.
And 2, include a clear because in every single comment. Explain the why.
These sound basic, right? But the impact of doing them consistently is huge.
That's what I was thinking. Simple, but maybe not easy to stick to.
Exactly. But think about it. Quick responses mean the author doesn't lose their mental context, and that because it's not just politeness, it avoids that endless back and forth of, why this? What do you mean?
Cuts down the clarification cycles.
Yeah, right. It makes the feedback immediately actionable, guides the conversation, it builds a healthier team culture, honestly, and it genuinely speeds up development by keeping things unblocked.
It's funny how those small process tweaks can ripple out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not always about the shiny new framework.
Often it's the fundamentals.
So, wrapping things up, today we've kind of bounced from, the jaw-dropping scale of new AI infrastructure, S3 vectors, EKS ultra-scale, to critical, sometimes painful lessons from incidents like Cloudflare's outage. And then landed on these really practical, everyday improvements for code reviews. It really paints a picture of tech as this constant cycle.
Yeah.
Innovate, learn, refine.
It does. And maybe the thought to leave you with is how all these different pieces connect. That cutting-edge AI compute power, the tiny detail in a network config file that causes an outage, the simple because in a code comment.
They're all part of the same picture.
Exactly. They're all threads in this complex, evolving tapestry that, well, you navigate every single day. They shape what's possible, and they definitely shape what needs our focus.
Spoken Tech for your ears.